Hello my people, welcome once again to this channel. My name is Team Destiny, and today we're going to be talking about what equipments you need to set up your home recording studio. When you're setting up your recording studio, one of the most important thing is the room that you're going to be using to set up your recording studio. Most people set their recording studio in their bedrooms, and others they choose a room or a house that they are dedicated, and they have said that this room is going to be specifically for a recording studio, and that room has to be well acoustically treated. But today I'll be focusing more on the equipment, or in other words, the gears that you use in the studio. The first equipment that we're going to be focusing on is the computer. When choosing a computer, you have to focus on a few specifications, or other people call them specs. The first spec that we'll be focusing on is the processor. When choosing a processor, you have to choose an i5 or an i7, or you can also go to an i9, which means this is a processor that will be able and will have the capability of processing every software that is in the computer. The next thing to focus on is the RAM. The RAM has to be at least minimum 8 GB, but if you can get a 16 GB or even go to 32 GB, that will really work for you. And the other thing to focus on when choosing a computer is the storage. We usually recommend at least 256 GB, but if you can get the 512 GB or even a 1 terabyte, that will work great for you. And when you're choosing a computer, you can either decide to have a laptop or you can decide to have a desktop. We also have the PCs and we have the Macs, so it will be according to you what is your best preference. But according to me, I feel that like both of them, they work very well. Now the next thing to check, or one of the next equipment, it's not necessarily an equipment, but the next thing to focus on when you're getting a computer are the softwares that you're going to be using to record. And most of the time you have to get a DAW, which is a digital audio workstation. There are so many DAWs out here, and one of them is Cubase, there's Logic, there's Pro Tools, and all of them work very well. There's also the Ableton, which they are coming up very nicely. So it's upon you to check them out and see which one works best for you. The next equipment that you'll be focusing on is the audio interface, or other people call them the sound card. Now the sound card is an equipment that you connect to the computer, and it's able to communicate between the computer and the other equipment that you plug in, like the microphone, instrument, and even the Midi keyboards. When you're choosing a good sound card, at least you can look for one that has mostly one channel that can support a microphone, another channel supporting an instrument. We have sound cards that are able to support both microphones and the instrument. That one will really work for you. On another video, I'm going to break down different kind of sound cards. The other equipment to focus on is a microphone. A microphone is a device that you use to capture your vocals, sometimes instruments like guitars, acoustic guitars, or even voiceovers. And these microphones that you're choosing can either be a condenser mic or a dynamic microphone. The other equipment that you want to focus on are the studio monitors, like the ones you see behind me. Studio monitors are usually very important for reference or hearing with your ears whatever you're working on the computer or in the project that you're working on in the studio. When choosing the studio monitors, they are usually small monitors and big monitors, and all of them have different sound quality. And again, when you're choosing these monitors, it will depend mostly on the budget that you have. But on another video, I'll also break down the different types of monitors and what are their purpose. The other equipment that you really need to focus on are the headphones. The headphones are very important in the studio because it helps you when you're recording to isolate yourself and listen keenly as you record. The other equipment that you need for your recording studio is a Midi keyboard. A Midi keyboard, it can either be a small Midi keyboard or it can be a big Midi keyboard. It depends with the size and preference of your work. But the Midi keyboard are usually very important in tracking of beats and other instruments. The other most important thing that you need in your recording studio are cables and accessories. This usually helps you to connect every gadget that you have in your studio, or every gear. On another video, I'll explain different types of cables that you need in your recording studio. So these are some of the equipments that you need when setting up your recording studio. If you found this video very helpful and insightful, kindly consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like button, and also hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you're able to be notified. Until next time, see you. God bless you.